Welcome to iNovaScience, where curiosity sparks discovery. Subscribe and join the journey.
Lab-grown kidney, filters, makes hormones, and urine. It sounds like science fiction, but scientists have just taken a huge step toward making it real. In a groundbreaking discovery, researchers at the University of Southern California have grown the most authentic kidney replicas ever made, and these tiny lab-grown organs actually function. So, how close are we to creating a transplantable kidney? Let's dive in. To understand why this discovery is so exciting, we first need to understand what makes kidneys so special and why they're so hard to recreate. Your kidneys are like the body's washing machines. They clean your blood, filter out waste, balance fluids, and regulate essential hormones. Each kidney is packed with millions of microscopic filters called nephrons, delicate, intricate networks that no lab has ever been able to fully reproduce. Even tiny disruptions in how these structures form can cause life-threatening diseases. For decades, scientists have tried to grow miniature kidneys, called organoids, from stem cells. But until now, these organoids were primitive, more like kidney sketches than working organs. And that's where this new breakthrough comes in. Researchers finally managed to make organoids that don't just look like kidneys, they act like them too. A team led by stem cell biologist Zhongwei Li spent years experimenting with different chemical formulas to find the perfect growth recipe for kidney stem cells. Their efforts paid off. Using that new formula, the stem cells organized themselves into tiny, 1 millimeter wide kidney organoids, complete with the same kind of tubules and blood filtering structures found in real kidneys. When the researchers implanted these organoids into mice, something incredible happened. They connected to the animal's blood vessels and started making urine. That's right. These lab-grown structures didn't just sit there. They actually filtered blood and produced a liquid waste product, just like a living kidney. It's the first time such a level of function and realism has ever been achieved in the lab. But how does a ball of stem cells turn into something so sophisticated? Stem cells are the body's blank slates. They can turn into any kind of tissue, depending on the signals they receive. The challenge is giving them the right chemical cues at the right time. In this case, Li's team fine-tuned the growing environment so precisely that the stem cells began forming complex networks of tubules and filters, mimicking real kidney development. When the scientists compared the gene activity inside these lab-grown kidneys to those of real ones, the similarities were astonishing. Their molecular signatures matched the kidneys of newborn mice, suggesting that the organoids were developing far more naturally than previous versions. Even more impressive, they released the same hormones real kidneys use to regulate blood pressure and balance fluids, another sign that they were functioning biologically, not just structurally. But could this technology work with human cells, not just in mice? The team tested that too. They grew organoids from human stem cells and transplanted them into mice. While not yet as mature as the mouse versions, these human-derived organoids showed similar behavior, connecting to the circulatory system and filtering blood. It's an early but vital sign that human-compatible kidneys could one day be grown from a patient's own cells, reducing the need for donor organs or risky immune suppression. To push the technology further, the researchers even modeled disease. They used stem cells carrying a genetic mutation that causes polycystic kidney disease, a condition where kidneys fill with fluid-filled cysts. The lab-grown kidneys develop the same cysts, proving that organoids can replicate real human disease processes. This opens the door to testing drugs or treatments in ways never possible before, safely, ethically, and in miniature. So, what does this mean for the future of medicine? Right now, millions of people worldwide suffer from kidney failure. Transplants are the only cure, but donor kidneys are rare, and dialysis is only a temporary fix. If scientists can perfect this technology, lab-grown kidneys could someday replace both. Imagine a world where a person's own stem cells could be used to grow a new kidney, perfectly matched, rejection-free, and ready for transplant. It's not science fiction anymore. Li and his colleagues believe that within 5 years, they may be able to test these organoids as full transplant candidates in animals. That would mark a revolution in regenerative medicine, not just for kidneys, but for the entire field of organ engineering. The discovery of lab-grown kidneys that actually filter blood brings us closer to one of biology's greatest dreams, to build life's most complex organs from scratch. There's still a long road ahead. These organoids are far from perfect, and plumbing them into a living system is the next big challenge. But each experiment brings us closer to a future where organ failure isn't a death sentence, and a replacement organ could one day be grown from your own cells. It's proof that science is not only saving lives, it's learning how to build them.
Subscribe to iNovaScience. See you in the next video.